In a time when mini drivers are a hot topic, I've got a forgotten Ping mini driver that I picked up for under £99. And we're going to put it head to head with the Callaway AI Smoke mini driver, and let's just see how this performs. So for those of you that are not aware, mini drivers on the market are retailing sort of £399 to £499. We also know, we can't really talk about it, there's another two big mini drivers coming out in 2025 from two really well-known brands. But for a lot of people, they just can't afford it, or they can't get hold of the product because they're so limited. But Ping released a golf club quite a few years ago called the Ping Stretch, and it's almost forgotten about this, James, because
I've never seen one of those in my life.
well, not many pros or retailers stock this golf club. It were almost like they had it in stock, but it were a special order. And it's a mini, or sorry, it's a giant freewood. So it's a really zooped up, big-headed freewood. It's 13 degrees, but I've lofted it up to 13.5 to match the AI Smoke mini driver. So we're matching on lofts, and you know, it is smaller, but there is some benefits to this, and that's what we're going to get into, because not everybody suits and fits into a mini driver. I think there's a type of person for this and a type of person for this, and well, we'll get stuck in.
Yeah.
I think where people are going wrong with the AI Smoke and other mini drivers is that they're buying these drivers to solve all the problems.
Yeah.
And they're not going to. You know, if you can hit a good drive, but you've got a little bit of a inconsistency, you just want to tighten things up, I think these are fantastic.
Yeah.
Because a little bit shorter shaft, and you do get that like feeling of a lot more control over a full length driver.
Oh, how good is that?
And you know what my driving's like with a full length driver, and that just proves how much extra control you can get. But what I like about the Stretch Freewood, and there's other sort of two woods out in the market. Callaway did a X2 Hot sort of 2 wood, 13 degree giant freewood, which I would advise to loft them up and, you know, get them more at 14, 15 degrees. So you've got like...
A lot of people are trying to loft those down, wouldn't they? And that's not necessarily the right thing to do.
No, because obviously it's a smaller head. It's designed to create a lower launch and penetrating flight anyway. So you're not going to get as much launch as you would off a driver. But what I like about this is for the person that can't hit a driver. You know, the person that's a bit steeper angle of attack, someone who chops down on it and just really struggles with drivers in general. This is where the freewood, and I'm that kind of player as well, you can hit a freewood, you can hit a firewood off the tee, but you just struggle with driver. This is where this club's going to come into play. And I think a good strike with this will just be as far, if not further.
Oh!
Another one. That's going to be a good one to put against each other. I think them both really well.
Mashed into that one.
That'll be really interesting to go and have a look at them. Do you want to just have a swing with that?
I'd love to. I hope you never. I hope you would ask even. Even with a yellow peril.
It cost me £79 off eBay.
I've never heard of it.
No, I bought it for a member up at Rotherham actually who's struggling with his driver.
Feels heavy.
I'll put a comparison against the normal size freewood. You just put that for a strike.
That's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. For one, I mean, it feels strangely heavy. I don't know why. I don't know if it's the shaft, but results speak for themselves, don't they? That's straight down the middle of the fairway. I'm not swinging very well at the moment. I feel like I'm swinging terribly, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I could get on board with that.
And shaft lengthwise, just pop it next to the Callaway. I think it's about an inch shorter. So again, this is one of the things that's really going to help you add control.
It's a Gary Martin inch, that. There's not a lot in that, mate. When you think about the size of the head, it's probably just the size of the head. The shaft's the same.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good point. Very good point.
It's all about the size of the head, guys.
Well observed. So just to give a perception of head size, that's a G4 30 freewood versus a Ping G Stretch freewood. Can you see the difference in size?
It looks a lot bigger, isn't it?
Yeah. It's probably a little bit hard to tell if you just look at it from that. It's just slightly bigger, isn't it? And I think that weight as well is obviously pushed forward a little bit, so it's a little bit like lower spinning, more for the tee.
Yeah, I mean the weight's bang in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah. So as I say, you know, it's not the only sort of giant 3-wood / 2-wood club on market. There's been a few of these over the last few years, and we know of one that's potentially, well, is coming out next year as well.
It's funny because you talk about like CC of a head and a 3-wood head, and so many people think that you want a really small, sleek 3-wood head to kind of hit off the deck. But how many people really hit a 3-wood off the deck, and how many people are using them off the tee when you're not feeling that comfortable with your driver? Probably more so that.
Yeah, 100%. They're exactly the same. Did you hit the yellow one?
Yeah.
So the mini driver.
I'm quite upset you put 20 yards on me, to be honest, but they're the same.
I mean, so that's the Ping, and that's the Callaway. So absolutely identical for distance. And they were really, really full sends, them, James. I couldn't.
Full sends?
They were full sends, good strikes. Couldn't put any sweeter connection on them.
It'd be interesting to get retrofit for something like that. So go somewhere like SGGT or your mate Sam and just see what maybe putting a better shaft in there would do.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's where Rob's going to go with this. Actually, we bought it for. He's going to test it, and if it's an improvement on his own 3-wood, because I think it will be. It's a stronger loft. It's a bigger CC. It's got all the recipes to be better than his current 3-wood.
Would it be lacking in tech because it's 10 years old? Do you think? Is it 10 years old about, G?
I mean, look, how much does technology move on?
Well, and that was a question I was pointing, to be honest.
I think fitting's moving on, and but I think fitted right, I don't know if there's any reason why this wouldn't compete.
I mean, it's got turbulators, hasn't it? So
I like that technology, mate. I can't believe they got rid of it.
We're calling that technology, are we?
Well, I think they got rid of that just to appeal to more people.
They're still on the drivers, aren't they?
But I think that technology is better than none. I believe in it.
Yeah.
To help improve aerodynamics.
Yeah.
But I think they've just appealing to a wider market by not having it on. I'm aiming a bit lefty. I'm going to sort of hit a bit of a power fade.
That's gone bang straight, but it's absolutely mashed.
You know the sound of that?
Yeah.
It sounds a bit more like a driver, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like a fairway would. One more.
Nice.
Do you know what? I think it's more forgiving than I'm giving it credit for. Because
that's gone miles. I expected that to land in the fairway, but it's gone through. It's gone like near that hazard.
It's not fit. I'm going to just hit one more if you don't mind, because I need to aim straighter. I'm trying to play my fade, and it's just basically going where I'm setting up to. So I can probably aim over these trees.
Smashed it again.
That's.
I think you're definitely eradicating the right side of the golf course. Send them one more.
It's definitely one that I'm already building up confidence with. Do you know, like, I'm hitting it hard, so it's a big enough head that I don't feel like I'm worried about swinging it. I know that I can get a good centerness of strike. I think Rob's going to love this.
Oh, friend. There we are. There we are.
Be interested to see how far they're going. We'll get the tracer on them. Guys, that's a Ping stretch that forgotten about. Almost 2-wood mini driver, oversized 3-wood. I don't know what you want to call it, but a great club for teeing off, and certainly one for the person that wants more control off the tee, can't afford a mini driver. Potentially it's a bit too steep for a mini driver. There you are, the Ping stretch 3-wood.